here with the stitching post. Can you guess what time it is? That's right. Hey Robin, what's sewing down at the post? In this segment on our Dream Machine, we're going to be actually making a mug rug in our design center and sewing it out on our Dream Machine. Are you ready to get started? Let's go join Maddie now.
And we come in and fix the size of our hoop. You can do that under settings. And then we go into shapes. You pick the shape you want. Click OK. And then you go to size. And you size it down so it'll fit in your hoop. You can do it 4 ways or 2 ways. It doesn't matter. Click OK. Then you go up here to the line tool and you make it a color and you want to do the running stitch. And then you touch it as long as the paint bucket is selected. And then you go next. You can save it into the red if you want, or then you can go next. And you can adjust this if you want. This is your run stitch length. This is the pattern. You hit set, you preview, and then you hit set again, and it's going to become an embroidery design. Then you save it in memory of your machine. We go home. Back to my design center, and then we go to shapes and we bring up the same shapes again, or you can pull it out of your memory of the machine, like from the blue.
And it's probably better to pull it out of your memory.
Yes.
Because it's the same size. But if you prefer not to do that, then be sure to write your size down. Right, Maddie?
Yes. And then we go back in here again. Hit set. There it is on the screen. You can change. It's the color that you had. You can change that color if you want. And that will be your tack down of your fabric. And then you can save it. And then you can go next. And we adjust the stitch length because this is the tack down. And hit set. And then preview. And it's another design. And then you hit set again. And it's converted to an embroidery design. You save it in memory. Back to my design center. We are creating the steps that have to be done for this. That's what reason you keep going back to my design center. There I have the outline. If I wanted, I could go here and I could change the color of my outline. It will. Or if you didn't want to have it stitched, you can go in and just hit this, and that means no stitching. And we would touch this with the paint bucket to where the outline will not stitch. But we can still then go here to the paint bucket for the fill, and we could put in our fill, or we can go back and pick another shape. And you can pick it from these, or we can go up if you have the first upgrade and pick a bear or pick the gingerbread or whatever you want. And then you go to size and size it down to the size you would like to have it. If you don't, and then you move it down, click OK. And then you want to rotate it 90 degrees or whatever you want, and then you can move it with your finger or with the stylus where you want it. Click OK. And then we can go here and to the paint bucket, or yeah, we can go up here to the paint bucket of the line and go to running stitch if we want just to do the outline, or if you don't want a outline, you do not have to. If we don't want the outline, then we can do no stitch and then come here to the paint bucket, possibly pick a brown. Whoops. And I'm doing a fill stitch and I'm touching my bear. And then I can come in around the bear and I can go back to the fill and I can pick a stippling or whatever I wanted and pick the color I want. And then you touch inside the shape and there you have stippling around your bear. And then you go next. You can adjust your stippling length and the distance apart from it. And then you hit preview. And then you hit set. And save it to memory. There it is, automatically an embroidery design. Then we go back to home again for the final step. I can bring up one of the steps I have here, and this one.
No, the one above it.
That's
Here,
not the
right
fair.
here. Yeah, there you go. Bring that in.
All right. I do not want to stitch this one.
So we're gonna where we go to get our eraser.
I'm going from this here. I'm going to enlarge it, and I'm going to go to my eraser. Pick the size I want. I can do it at the top, or I can do it along to the sides, to where it might be easier to have a larger area to turn. I have found out at the top it's kind of hard to turn it from that area. Then you can save it, or you can just go up here and hit your line. We've got it as red. Here we want to know what type. We do not want it satin stitched, so we're going back here to the line and hit running stitch. Click OK. Paint bucket. It's black. And then I can go next. I can leave it that length or enlarge it. Hit preview. OK. Then I can hit set. It is now an embroidery design, and I save it to memory. We go to embroidery. We go to the memory on the machine. We pick our first stitch, which is one of those. You hit set. That is your placement. Then we go to add, back to the machine memory. And then we hit another one. And that is your tack down. Now,
We hit add.
then we hit add again, the machine memory, and then we can go to the one that has the stippling in it. You hit set, it's there. And the next one you add, back to machine memory, and you hit the last one you had created and hit set. And then you can either save the whole set in memory of your machine or USB. You hit embroidery, and now you are ready for your design.
All right, let's grab the hoop. All right, Maddie, are you excited? We're ready to embroider out our creation, right?
Right.
Okay, So talk a little bit how you got this hooped. Just kind of describe how you do this.
I hooped the stabilizer first. It is a cutaway.
Okay.
And then I sprayed it with temporary adhesive spray, 505 or whatever you have. Then I laid my batting down on top of it.
Okay.
And I'm going to stitch the batting down and make the pattern of the MugRug.
Okay.
All right. Okay. First, I'm going to thread my needle.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I love that. I just love that needle threader, don't you, Maddie?
Yes, very handy, especially when you're going blind.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Some people start going blind real early in life, huh, babe?
There we go.
All right, so now it's going to sew out. So if you notice here on the screen, it's got the little green arrow, and it's showing you exactly where you're sewing. And it even shows you exactly what page we're on. Now you'll notice that when we created these, we used different colors, as Maddie was showing you. And that's to create a color stop, because we need the machine to stop at this certain point, because we're going to be adding and trimming. Okay. Those are handy scissors. Did you get them here? Oh, yeah, but we need to get some more
These
of those.
are Havels.
Those are nice. We just need to get some of those in. I think we sell so many of them, we run out all the time, don't we, Maddie?
Yes. Now it's the next stitch is where you tack down your fabric.
Bet you can't guess what time of the year we're sewing this out. See, this is a great last-minute gift for teachers, the mailman, that special friend, everybody in Sunday school class. Fun and easy. Oh, these are nice. Now, what's so special?
These.
Yes, we do. What's so special about these scissors?
Oops. There. You have a double finger hold. They're like a hair cutting scissors.
Oh, very ergonomic.
In fact, they make good hair cutting scissors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we discovered those at Market last year when we found those.
Should have had this trimmed ahead of time.
So what are we going to do, Miss Maddie? The machine's stopping. What are we going to do now?
We're going to stop and remove the hoop, knot, and trim the fabric. Leave everything in the hoop, just remove it from the machine. Come on.
And see, everybody talks to themselves in the sewing room. We all do. If you're not talking to yourself in the sewing room, you need to come down and talk with us. Yes, ladies, look where you're cutting. Very important. Because you could cut a hole in your project and you're going to be crying because you have to start all over again.
It doesn't have to be extremely close because you're going to turn it inside out.
Okay, that's good to know.
Or you're going to turn it right side. Should have been cutting the batting too. I didn't do that. Oh, well.
Oh.
Forgot that step.
You mean Maddie did embroidery and sewing?
Now I have trimmed the batting and the fabric, putting it back in the machine, ready for the next step. All I need to do is punch go.
Cool. Wow, look at it go. It's stippling. So you could do quilting in your own hoop if you wanted to, huh, Maddie?
Yes.
Wow, this is so cool. And we made this all on the machine. It just amazes me every time. I will add that if you notice it's a little loud, but that's probably because we're using either a 1280 or an 11. So if you wanted to use a top stitching 14 on this part of the project, that wouldn't be such a crazy idea. But as you can see, a 12 will work just fine. But this is a really cool project, and this is the brainchild of Miss Maddie. I think the way she came up with this idea is very unique, and my favorite part is when she just erased part of the outline to make the turning point. And I digitized, and I was it was perplexing me how we were going to do that. With a computer, you have the ability to split the line, or you can digitize it individually, but it was really going to be hard to show how to do that if we were just going to freehand it. But I just think the part about where she erases the shape really was unique. You could use that with circles. You could make little coasters. You could make placemats. You could even make a table runner if you wanted to get crazy.
Stitch out before you trim and turn.
That's right, ladies. Don't forget to put that lever down.
Now all I have to do is trim it, then turn it, and then hand sew the opening. And you have your MugRug. I trim it in the hoop because it's so much easier to keep a hold of it. Who is it?
Yeah, I got one.
Now I'll trim off the stabilizer. It's kind of tight. You can always leave a hole if you don't want it on the top. You can make it on the side or wherever so it'd be easier to turn. We can always film the finished product.
Isn't that fun and easy? And you made it all right on your machine. You didn't need a computer or software. And this little project is so great for gifts, personalizing, decorating your home. You can do so many things. Look at that great R. I'll have to steal this one, huh, Maddie?
Yes, ma'am.
You can capture the holidays, Christmas, and for your sweetheart. Well, this is Robin Hill and Madilyn McFarland saying, we'll see you next time when you ask.
Hey, Robin, what's sewing down at the post?